Today I'm going to be bringing you all the first patch of the official launch that we've seen here for Once Human. This update has just dropped and I want to keep you all in the loop so you're as up to date as possible with all of the things going on within the world of Once Human. If you find the video useful and informative, drop me a like and a subscribe down below, that would be really appreciated, and let's jump into it. So they've said after the global release of Once Human, we have been following feedback and suggestions from players in the Once Human community and actively making changes. Here are the current details of the changes that we have made. Firstly, with servers, they have made a special announcement regarding the topic of creating multiple characters under a single account. So you can now create multiple characters. When this first came out, if you saw my launch tips, they said you wouldn't be able to do that until August. They pushed that forward and literally did it on the day of release because there was quite a lot of pushback, understandably, from the community about that. I would really prefer it if they allowed you to transfer characters, but I do understand how that might be a little bit of a problem from PvP to PvE servers. But at least now you can create multiple characters if you want to. Bear in mind that at the moment that doesn't continue progress and things like your battle pass, that is separate on each character rather than account wide. Again, hopefully that does get fixed. Second thing here, they've said fixed issues surrounding server tags and sorting. Now, featured servers will be recommended based on the number of people in a server, prioritising servers with a lesser load for everyone's benefit. In order to protect the player experience, we highly recommend selecting servers with a lesser load to play on. After the season ends, you can select a different server. And thirdly here, they've fixed the issue with the server signal showing inaccurate status information. You can now judge whether there is a problem with server lag by the server name. So overall, we should be seeing a smoother experience there. They've also done some performance and cheat engine changes here to optimize some crash and lag issues that have been discovered and optimize the client engine frame rate. They've improved a number of enemies and players that can be shown in high performance. The original intention was to avoid showing too many enemies and player characters at the same time, as it would cause the client engine to lag more. However, it caused some issues with promptly discovering enemies in combat scenarios, so we have adjusted the limit. We will continue to closely monitor and optimize this issue. And they've also optimized Steam and Epic's client language option logic. You can play the game in the supported languages mentioned on the storefront, so please choose your preferred language in the store to play in. Settings, they've added the ability to flip left and right mouse buttons for left-handed mouse handling in the settings screen, so mouse inversion finally there for a lot of players. I know they were asking about that. In tasks and the main story, they have fixed an issue with players' birth point, causing tasks to be soft-locked after being defeated in the tutorial. If you have encountered this issue, please click the Get Unstuck in the escape menu to fix this issue, and obviously we shouldn't see that going forward. In terms of gameplay, they have fixed the issue with being unable to change weapons using the mouse wheel after executing an enemy with a melee weapon, fixed issues with failing to plant when planting in the wilderness and Eternal Land, optimized camera performance when driving a vehicle and improved the driving experience, and fixed the issue of there being a small chance that telekinetic items would continue to focus on the player's movement and be unable to fire when using telekinesis. So that's when you pick up the lamps or the briefcases or anything like that that you've encountered in the world, or the machine guns or whatever as well. Social and trade, they've fixed the issue regarding region channels being unable to send messages under certain circumstances, fixed the issue regarding abnormal empty items would appear in vending machines, fixed the issue of being unable to use the UID to search results in the friends search, and fix the issue regarding the chat channel messages sometimes getting lost or lagging. Also, they've touched on events here where they've fixed the issue of the Discord linked event page sometimes not being displayed on certain clients. So overall, a ton of bug fixes, optimization, and essentially just rounding out the game nicely after this launch couple of days. Hopefully we should see some smoother gameplay. Like I said towards the beginning there, it would be nice if we could see some full account progression for things like the battle pass and all such like that, so that if you do create multiple characters, you're not going into separate things when you're going onto them. It's all one account still, but we'll see how that works. I guess the idea is that they ultimately wanted you to have one character, and then the seasons would continue, and you could swap between seasons. Once your one ends, you can join a different one, a PvP or a PvE at the end of that. But we'll see how this works and what they come up with in the coming days. But it is nice to see a nice, smooth and timely prompt and fix, as well as the stuff, like I said, being the fact that we can now actually create multiple characters when we initially weren't able to. It's nice that they've done that pretty quickly, so hopefully we'll continue to see lots more updates and communication from NetEase. That has been really cool. That's going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you drop a like and a subscribe down below. Get the notification bell on so that you stay up to date with all of the latest and greatest here from Once Human, and stay tuned to the channel. There's going to be tons more videos coming very shortly. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care and peace.